Welcome along to, well, it was sunny Melbourne earlier today. We have Belinda Granger and we're just here at the launch of 3 challenge events in Australia. For you, this has got to be a bit of a dream, a bit of a magic time for you.
It is, you know, especially after just returning from the inaugural Challenge Taiwan with Felix and the crew, and we had such a great time over there. So to be able to come straight back here and basically announce this, it's wonderful. It is a dream come true.
Now, a little birdie tells me that Challenge Taiwan was not only your 15th iron distance win, but your 15th challenge event. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, exactly. We didn't know, but we were working out in the car on the way here, and yeah, it's the 15th, so it feels pretty cool. And I'm sure there'll be many more to go.
I hope so. Now, talk me through it. You've obviously been in the sport for quite some time. How good is it to have Challenge back in Australia, offering athletes, you know, a point of difference to other events out there?
Oh, look, it's only a good thing. Competition in any facet of life is a good thing. So, and you know, obviously Challenge is slightly different to the other races out there, and it's a really family oriented thing, race series. That's why I love it. Everyone's so close-knit. For example, being in Taiwan with a group of pros over there, then we all got on so well. It almost feels like a holiday, not an actual, you know, going over there to work and to race. And that's something that Felix has always wanted to give the athlete, not just the professional athlete, the age group athlete as well. And it all started, obviously, at Challenge Rod, and that's the same. He's trying to get the same thing in all these other races, and I think he's really succeeding. It's just a really wonderful atmosphere.
And he ends up at every single race, at every single finishing line.
And he's there till the death every single time. And honestly, I don't know where he gets his energy from, because we have the easy job. We just get up, race, and then put our feet up. You know, he's there from the very beginning. I don't think there's been one challenge event that I've done where he hasn't come to me at the start and given me a hug. Picked me up off the ground and giving me a hug, and that's really special, and something. He's always there at the finish line for me as well, and he does that for every other athlete, and it's just the sort of person he is. You know, he's comes from a wonderful family, and he brings that into his races.
And not only is he bringing the family vibe into these races in Australia, but the actual event or race directors have got a lot of experience, you know, putting on events. How exciting is that to really have such a polished event ready to go?
Unreal, because you just know that you're going to get a quality event, even though it might be the first time. Often people shy away from first-time events, wait to see how they go, then sign up, but you don't have to have that issue with challenge races anywhere in the world. And Felix really, he's not just about looking for race directors who put on a polished event, but also that they fit the mould. And that's why I think he's taken his time and he's really thought about who's going to put these races on in Australia and make sure that they are going to fit the mould, and they're going to be exactly like every other challenge race around the world.
Now we've got Forster, Batemans Bay and right here in Melbourne. Are you going to line up for each and every one of them, or one of them, or do you know yet?
You know what? And I love the half distance. My body's starting to really enjoy that a lot more than the full distance. It's getting a little old. And definitely, I think Forster, for me, that's where it all began for me. It's my very first pro race there many years ago. So for me to be able to go back there and do a half on the old course, I mean, it's perfect. It's like I've come full circle. So I will definitely be lining up at that race later this year, because I hadn't done my homework and I thought they were all for next year. So when I found out that Forster was actually this year, I'm like, yeah. So yeah, that'll be the first one. And then I'd love to come back down here and do the half on this, on this beautiful course. I love this run. And if we can get a day like today, I mean, it's warmer here today than it is in Noosa. Go figure.
Hear that? Queenslanders, Victoria turning it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, let's just quickly talk about Roth. Is that how I pronounce it? Have I said it right?
Roth.
Roth.
Us Aussies, we just say Roth. It's so much easier.
Yeah, definitely. A place with a lot of beer.
Yes, exactly.
Now, you're heading back there for the 10th time. Big year. And a lot of big female athletes heading there this year as well.
What's funny, when Felix first contacted me and we were talking about my 10th time, he goes, and you know, Belinda, I've decided to make it a huge party and I've invited all your friends. I said, yeah, thanks a lot, Felix. Yeah, Carol and Steph and Leander Cave, Yvonne Van Vleck and Jo Lawn. I'm all great girls, but I'd rather party with them afterwards rather than have to race them first. But do you know what? For me, I've got nothing left to prove in Roth. I've won it and I've, come second, third quite a few times. For now, for me, it's just, I don't have any pressure there anymore. Those girls can have that pressure. I'm just going to enjoy myself, and it's such an awesome course. I mean, you've seen the pictures of the bike course. It's crazy, and even though it's going to be my 10th time, it will be just as exciting as if it was my first. So I'm going to really enjoy myself this year, no pressure. Still going to race as hard as I can, but I'm looking forward to the party. afterwards this time.
Me too. I'll be there too.
Yeah, good. It's awesome.
Now, one last question. Future of triathlon in Australia with 3 brand new events. It's looking pretty positive.
Yeah, look, I was. It's funny because, I was obviously announcing it on my Twitter page, and one person was actually saying, "Oh, do you think the market's becoming too flooded though? Don't you think it's a bit of a worry?" And I'm like, "Well, no, because the demand's there. The demand is there. As long as it is a well put on event, the demand will always be there." I think triathlon in Australia is growing, and I like the fact that we've got so many different options. So many different options available to us, and for me that can only be a good thing for the sport. It can only be a good thing for all the age group athletes out there. The more races that they have closer to home makes it more accessible for them, and it's going to be amazing. And I like that it's half's doable.
Yep.
Half's something that you don't have to give a whole year of your life up for. If you can fit it in with family and friends and work, and hopefully not in the not too distant future we have another full distance, but we'll see. But that would be cool. I haven't been told anything yet, but it would be cool. And obviously at the point I am in my career, not that I'm bringing up the R word, but it's just really nice to see that triathlon's in good hands and that it continues to grow, not just in Australia but in the Asia Pacific region.
Yeah.
I mean, Asia's huge. I've just come back from there, and triathlon's huge there, and it's unreal for me to see it growing there and as well in Australia.
That's how much Challenge loves you.
Yeah, I know. We're close. We're close.
Well, congratulations on last weekend. Monster effort. For those of you who don't know, Belinda smashed the Challenge Taiwan event with a 9:23, I think it was, from the top of my head, 4:55 bike split after a shocking swim. And in my eyes, you're nowhere near retirement.
No, I've given up on that word. So I'm going to go to a drop.